Hey, welcome back to the channel. These are my new ready to go rocker arms with the upgraded trunnion bearings and bronze bushings. The factories have these needle bearings that tend to fail over time, and I don't want that going through my engine. So I installed a Smith Brothers bronze trunnion upgrade kit. Let's show you how I did it. Here's the box open from Smith Brothers. Note the optional install kit there in the baggie. Check out how dirty these rocker arms are. So the first step is to, of course, take apart these stock rocker arms. I'm using the Smith Brothers tool kit and just using my bench vise here to press them out. I'm using a small socket that fits just inside the trunnion area, if you will, and I'm just forcing it right through. Let's show you another angle of how you pull these apart. It's pretty simple and takes only a few minutes per rocker, but I'm just going to press it apart here. There you have it. Rinse, repeat until they're all pulled apart. Now it's time to clean them and get ready for the install. Alright, so I got my replacement intake lifter in. Look how much nicer that one looks. So we're going to get that one pulled apart quick, and then we're going to start cleaning these up. Alright, ready for the next step? We're going to do a little foaming spray on all this stuff, clean them up. Let it sit up a few minutes. We'll grab a brush for agitation. Alright, starting to clean them up. This is that new one. This is a little bit of time with the drill. That one needs a little more time to get the junk off. But it's machine greaser, and then agitation, and then just wipe it clean. I tried this method multiple times trying to scrub it and kept spraying, and I wasn't happy with the results. So let's grab something different. Pretty excited for one of these. This one on sale on Amazon. Let's get her opened up here. Pretty well packaged. Got the big dog Creworks. Let's open her up. Comes with a nice tray, a power cord, QR based user manual. Everything looks nice and stainless. All set up. Just comes with the basket and the cord. Cord's in the back. Power switch is on the back. It's a rocker switch. It's a shorter cord. No drain tubes included with this. Hopefully this ball valve doesn't leak. So I'll have to get a drain hose for that at some point in time. Minimum water level's there. Max is right there. So we can get this thing going. Looks like Ellis valve covers will fit. loosely in there. I could probably get 2. Yeah, they fit in there sideways. So an LS head will probably fit without the basket. I'm not sure if I want to run it without the basket, but you can get a valve cover in there, which will help clean it up nicely. Okay, so we got 2 mason jars with, this one's like 25-75 pine sol to water, and this one's like 30-60. You can see there's one that came clean, another one I cleaned by hand with a wire brush. But completely disassembled rockers with bolts or cam followers, depending on who you're talking to, so I can put in my Smith Brothers Trunnion upgrade. We're gonna let this get up to 50 and then we're turning it on. Okay, ran them for 15 minutes. Not bad looking. 10 minutes and 5 minutes, we'll wipe them off. Apparently my jars are leaking, so now I've got some cleaner in there. Okay, pretty clean after 15 minutes or so. I think I need to clean out the water and do it again though. We're running them through again. And these valve covers, nasty. They're going to next. And then I've got the little stands for the cam follower bolts and everything as well. Really excited to see how they come out. They were actually probably usable after the first pass, but we did 5 and then we did 10 and now we're doing 15. We'll let it cool down. I didn't let the temp get all the way up. It's awfully cold out here in Texas today, so just doing the minimum. Pretty gross. Let's open them up. Now that the rocker arm shells are completely clean, let's do some assembly. Now we're at the workbench. I've got my soft jaws in. You take your rocker arm, clean it up a little bit, just wipe everything down one last time, make sure it's ready to go. The process here is pretty simple. Take a bronze bushing. I like to oil the outside and the inside a little bit, which you'll see I'll do right here. Set it in place on the rocker. Just want to square it in there. Come with 2 washers. Use the one that they call for the instructions here. Set it over the front. Now, this is a little bit challenging to do early in the morning, but we get it sorted out here. Get everything lined up and just push together. It should go pretty smooth. If it fights you or binds, does not slide in easily, especially with the oil, then just stop and reset. But eventually you'll just want to push this down all the way. Want to make sure it's perfect here for this camera shot. I'm about halfway through all of them when I'm showing you this one. So there you go, nice and flush. Let's just try it one more time to make sure it's not an issue. With these soft jaws, you can hit it multiple times. It's not going to damage any of the parts. You could use an arbor press for this, or shop press. So now next up we want to oil the trunnion. Make sure to spill your oil everywhere. Just kidding. But oil is in place. You take your other bushing and you'll set it on top. Again, same concept. Try to get it to square off and put it in the vise. So now we're really going to struggle bus here trying to get everything in there. This is where an arbor press or something vertical would be way more helpful than a horizontal application. If I had to do this a lot, I would probably make a soft jaw that actually retained the washers in place. Maybe a good product idea, maybe a 3D print one or something. But here I'm just using the jaw to kind of set that bronze bushing in place first, because with the trunnion in the middle it actually creates kind of a location. And then you you just want to make sure you line up the holes here. I'm not quite squared away, but you want to line up the bushing in the middle of those washers. So the washer will push it around the trunnion and into the hole. Get a little bit of binding here, but that's what I'm talking about, is it kind of creates a location on both sides. After I filmed this one, I actually figured out that I could set the far end from the camera away first and then lean down against where the camera is here and lock it in easier, but my camera had to be right where I usually stand. But there, we're all together and we're nice and tight and tidy. And this one's done. You can see everything spins. I've got access for the snap ring grooves. We'll show you that in a minute, but it's all set. Here we are, halfway through, just about ready for the completion. Got the intake side still to do. Let's zoom in and try to show you the snap ring install. Step one is you load it on your snap ring pliers. Then make sure you block the camera with your arm so you can't see me actually putting it in the groove, but it's a pretty simple process. It snaps right in. And then you load the other side. Can't quite see that on camera, my apologies. And then you block the camera again so you can't see me installing it. But there's the final product. Everything spins, the snap ring's in there. Make sure it's all the way recessed on those grooves and you should be good. Upgrade complete. Thanks for watching. Here's some B-roll of Oliver and I waiting between cleaning sessions. What are you doing, Poofs? You showing your poof tail? That's good poof tail. Sass man?